Hello and welcome again to Immigration News and Views. My name is David Nachman. I'm the managing attorney at Nachman Pawani Zimochek Law Group. We have offices in Ridgewood, New Jersey, in Midtown Manhattan. We also have an affiliated office in Mumbai, India, and an affiliated office in Canada. And this evening I'd like to talk to you about a visa type called the O-1B. It's commonly referred to as the artist visa. And this is a question that we get quite a bit from students, individuals who are studying in certain fields that are artistically related. And especially now that the H-1Bs have all been resorbed as of April 1st, because the H-1B cap was met in the first week. That means that of the 65,000 H-1Bs that were available for bachelor's degree candidates or its equivalent, or the 20,000 available for master's degree holders from the United States, the visas were all gone. There were 140,000 visas that were submitted within a one-week period, and now those visas are all gone. So while the H-1B visa is definitely one particular type of visa that could be used for a performing artist or a professional, the other visas that we look at for artists are what are called the O-1B. The O-1B visa is good initially for a 3-year initial grant of work authorization. So it's basically tied to the employer who does the petition for the H-1B artist. However, what's interesting about the O-1B is that the artist sometimes, depending upon how the visa is done, the petitioner can be sort of an agent, and that allows the artist to be able to obtain payment of compensation sometimes outside of the agency relationship. So there's a little bit of flexibility in there, and oftentimes that serves our artist clients or prospective clients very well, because artists often need a little bit of flexibility, especially in light of the fact that, let's say they have for example, let's say the Museum of Modern Art may be doing an O-1 visa for a particular artist, but then that artist also has some showings at various galleries for which they might receive compensation. So the O-1B allows a form of agency type of relationship that does allow them to receive that compensation, not necessarily through the Museum of Modern Art as an example, or through that O-1B petitioner. So oftentimes what we tend to find is that the artist will find an agent. That agent can be an LLC. It could be, for example, if it's a painter, it could be a gallery. That gallery holds that O-1B, and then the individual could be out doing various types of gigs, such as showings at other galleries, or even street showings, or other types of events that are artistically driven. Now, the artist visa is not just for painters. For example, it's also people who have singing abilities. We often do artistic visas for singers. We do the artistic abilities for the artistic visa also for people who are very well known in the culinary arts. So the culinary arts is definitely an art form. So the art form that you do the O-1B for can be broadly interpreted, and obviously we would leave it to your creativity and to discuss it, of course, with legal counsel to try to figure out whether or not the O-1B is a good methodology, and a good way to go to get a work visa in the United States. Again, what's nice is you don't have to wait until April 1st to make that O-1B application, or petition rather. What you do is you can do it any time during the year, and again you can ask for a 3-year initial grant with 1-year incremental extensions of that visa ad infinitum. So just to give you a sense of some of the artistic visas that we have done in the past, we have worked on chefs, culinary chefs from around the world, again, culinary arts. We've worked on some very interesting cases, like we did a case for a break dancer from the Far East. We've done cases for poets, for painters, for individuals who have developed special products. For example, we've done O-1B visas for handbag designers. We've done O-1B visas for pretty much any type of artist you can imagine. And one of the things that we really like to do when we're doing these artist cases is to submit as evidence in our case actual paintings if the individual paints. If the individual sings, we submit CDs with with their gigs on the CDs. If they're a handbag designer, we submit the handbags themselves to the CIS. And the reason why is because, again, the way when you do these O-1Bs, it's a very hands-on type of thing. So it all has to do with the packaging of the case. So what we try to do is we try to give the officers who are adjudicating the case a hands-on feel for what exactly the individual is doing. Again, by way of example, we did an O-1B case for a sushi chef, and we actually packaged up the sushi and we sent that up to the USCIS. So while I'm not recommending that you package up food and send it to the USCIS, the idea behind what I'm saying is that you want to provide the officers with a hands-on look and feel to the case that you're trying to provide for the individual. If you're putting together an O-1B case, it's very important to have an itinerary. As I mentioned to you, if you have an itinerary that only designates a short period of time, that's all the period of time that the USCIS is going to give to you. So thanks very much for joining us today. If you have any further questions about how to prepare an O-1B case for an artist, please feel free to give us a call. Thanks so much.